My name is Lasse Seppanen and my title is CEO and co-founder. The company is called PlayRaven.
What did you learn from Remedy that you've applied in this startup?
The Remedy years were really defining in my career. I worked on games for the past 16 years and 6 of those were spent at Remedy. Remedy had a very high quality bar always and always wanted to do things differently. In Alan Wake we were really going for unique gameplay and unique character and setting compared to other shooter games on the market. And I feel that my takeaway from there is really in that area of how to create brands that are different from all the other games on the market. That's really what we are doing here at PlayRaven as well.
Why did you decide to leave the console world and enter mobile?
Well, I wouldn't trade a day away from my years at Remedy and the console world, but on the other hand, I kept seeing friends of mine. I had spent 6 years in the console world, and a lot of my friends were founding new exciting companies, so something like Supercell, for instance, very close to me and my friends in the community. So they were doing exciting stuff with new platforms that were getting really powerful and also very lucrative in terms of creative chances where you can really make different kind of games now.
What were your goals in founding this company?
Well, I always wanted to make strategy games. For the past 20 years, that's been my favorite genre always. I mean, Civilization is my all-time favorite game, Civilization 4 and 5 especially. And I always dreamed of founding a studio that only focuses on strategy games. But it never seemed like there was an opportunity on the business side for that. And during my last years at Remedy, it started to seem like strategy games are actually making a big comeback in mobile. And now we're seeing that Clash of Clans, for instance, it's a strategy game in its own way, is #1 game. So this is really the time for making strategy games.
What opportunities do you see in the mobile gaming today with the advances in hardware on smartphones and tablets?
I think there are many opportunities in smartphones and tablets right now. I mean, some companies could go more experimental in terms of how do you really use the touchscreen and not just try to emulate like bringing PC kind of experience to this kind of device. You could actually create new kind of gameplay on touchscreens. Something like Flight Control showed a little bit of that, how you can draw on the touchscreen, which you probably never would do on a PC with a mouse or a console either with the PlayStation controller. Of course, the power, the sheer performance of those devices is just phenomenal now. That's no longer the limit. Really the limiting factor is now the time to market and the size of your team. But on the other hand, the exciting thing about this platform is that compared to PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360, it was really hard to make it big with a small game. But on these platforms, you can make a big game with big budget, or you can make a small game with small budget, small team, and you can be equally successful with both approaches.
Good point. How do you see microconsoles like Android TV impacting the traditional console games business in the future?
We don't really work on those devices at the moment, but I think the sort of dedicated game console is not really hot right now. That's pretty obvious. I mean, with the rise of the tablet gaming and also smartphone gaming, the consoles are kind of getting left behind a bit. Why would I buy a specific device for it? I mean, I'm a hardcore gamer. I have like 4 or 5 consoles at home, Xbox One and so on. But not that many other people will buy them anymore because they have equal power in other devices that they anyway will have. And I think that also applies to these TV devices.
Tell us about Spymaster.
The Spymaster is sort of like a football manager game for spies. That's how we like to affectionately call it. So this is a game where you have a team of spies, you level them up, you train them, you heal them and so on. Then you send them on missions to the Second World War Europe, the occupied Europe. They go head to head with Gestapo in France, Italy, North Africa, all these exotic locations during the wartime. They raid some factories, they steal some secrets, and then they come back to the headquarters, where you again go through the loop of healing and training and so on. So it's a bit of like a Football Manager in inspiration, but the actual execution, of course, we have unique gameplay and unique looks for the game as well, where we went for these black and white sort of passport kind of images, mugshots of the agents.